When we're dealing with ions, we are changing the number of electrons to the protons. So this is all about charge. Different electrons will change that charge. We write this as symbol with the charge in the upper right-hand corner. Examples are selenium 2- and tin 4+. The 2- is an anion because it is negative, and the 4+ is a cation, which is positive because cations are always positive. Changing those electrons will give us positive or negative charges. If I have Sn4+, I can find my protons and electrons using that ion. The protons comes from the table like it always does. Tin is always 50 protons. I then have to do some math to find the electrons. I'm going to take my electrons equaling protons minus my charge. So I take my 50 protons, I minus my 4 positive, and I find that I have 46 electrons, meaning I have 50 protons and 46 electrons. Being that this is positive, I have a cation. This should be written on your periodic table. Charge is equal to protons minus electrons, and the two variations, electrons equals protons minus charge, and protons equals charge plus electrons. These should also be written on your table to make your life easier. As I take a look at what I am given in my packet, I have this example. Now your packet should have this already filled out, but I want to show it to you anyway because that is how I roll. The type here is definitely a cation. Because it is positive, I am just going to sit there and make sure that I have that down. Because it is Sn, that means I definitely have 50 protons just off my periodic table. I then have to take my protons, 50, minus my charge, 4 positive, to get my electrons of 46, matching the example earlier. This, of course, is already written in your notes and should be specified like you see here, where it tells you where everything comes from. To answer the sample questions, since it is negative, this is an anion. Since it is nitrogen, it has 7 protons. 7 minus a negative 3 is 10. Since this is positive, it is a cation. Since it is strontium, it is 38 protons off your table. 38 minus 2 is 36. Aluminum is an atom because there's no charge. As such, the protons are from the table, which will also be equal to the electrons because atoms have equal protons and electrons.